Hello, welcome to Caldwell County Today. Today we're at the Department of Social Services to talk about Older Americans Month. Joining me is Director of Social Services, Will Wakefield, Supervisor of Older Adult Services, Adult Services, Felicia Wood, and special guest, Senior Center Director, April Austin. Thank you all for being here. So, Will, we're going to start with you. Older Americans Month, the theme is Communities of Strength. What does that mean?
Well, I think to me, and I think to all of us here at Social Services, and I think at the Senior Center as well, Community of Strength is what we have seen this past year. And what we have seen this past year are people pull together, people work to get through tough times together. And I think for our older Americans to have shown us, our older citizens, to have shown the rest of us what it looks like to be a community of strength and what it looks like to pull together and do what you need to do to get through the tough times. And so to me, that's been an inspiration, and we were just talking about that a while ago, how those our senior citizens and our older Americans in our county have been the ones to show us what a community of strength looks like. And so I think that's really been important, especially this past year, and that's why we want to make sure that our community understands that and celebrates those individuals with more experience, more life experience, because we all learn from that, and that's very valuable to the rest of us.
Thank you, Will. Felicia, we here in Caldwell County have celebrated Older Americans Month for many years, many years. And as I stand here between the three of you, I think, wow, this team has really put together a lot of great celebrations. How have we traditionally celebrated here in the county?
Well, for over 50 years, we had what was called Celebration of Life. And of course, the last couple of years that has changed. But traditionally, what we did with Celebration of Life was a huge event where we invited all people who were 60 years or better, people from the facilities, and we had a health fair, we had music, we had door prizes, and a free lunch, a hot lunch. It was just a great time. And we have genuinely missed that the last 2 years. COVID obviously has changed things, and we were hoping that 2021 would be a little different, but we're still not quite there yet, even though, as Will said, we admire what that population of people have done to help get us to where we can hopefully celebrate again maybe next year. But this year, we did decide to do some things a little different. Last year, we really didn't have an opportunity. COVID was just starting, really. We were just getting into quarantines and lockdowns, so we didn't have much of an opportunity to do anything at that time. So we don't want that to happen again this year because, again, the theme is communities of strength, and we've seen so much of that this year. So we want to be sure that even if it is on a smaller scale, we are able to recognize those people and recognize what they've done. So this year we have partnered with the Senior Center here in Caldwell County, and we're going to do a little event, much smaller scale, so don't come expecting big things, but we do want to see you. But April's going to tell us a little bit about that and what we plan to do this year different.
Okay, now I'm going to slide down here to Miss April. So, April, what are we doing this year to celebrate?
So I've been fortunate to be a part of Celebration of Life since 2000, from the time I worked at DSS into now. So I was really excited when we got the opportunity to put this together. Part of building communities of strength is giving older Americans the resources they need to age well. And so we're going to be hosting a Drive Thru Health Fair on May the 28th from 1 to 3 at the Health and Human Services parking lot. And so think a little bit like Celebration of Life, though. We're going to have gift bags filled with goodies, freebies, and information relevant to senior citizens, and I have an office full of things already donated at the Senior Center, so people will be getting a gift bag that has all of that resource information in there, and hopefully giving you the tools and the services that you need to be able to age well and access to how to access those programs in the community.
April, can you give us a little preview of some of the information that might be included in the bags?
So we have Obviously, I think people won't be surprised. We have information from the health department related to COVID and COVID vaccines. We have information from the Western Piedmont Council of Governments about different programs from the Family Caregiver Support Program, a new caregiver online tool that gives access to caregivers to find resources that they need. We have information about transportation options in the county, programs provided by the Department of Social Services, by the Senior Center. We have Pace at Home is giving us some information on programs that they provide, and the information is still coming in every day, so we're getting more and more stuff. But we hope to have a very, very good selection of resources that are being offered in that little bag that everybody's going to get.
And in addition to information, I'm just going to guess that there's some goodies in that bag.
There are some goodies, because Older Americans Month wouldn't be the same if we didn't have that. That's everybody's favorite part of Celebration of Life. I think that and the chocolate eclairs. I hadn't figured out a way to give those away this year, but hopefully they're coming back next year. But we do have insulated grocery bags for everybody. We have some other tote bags. We have keychains, bookmarks, pens, notepads, and it just keeps coming. I literally can't get in the door of my office right now. So because so much has already been donated to go in these, and I still have a number of other agencies that are bringing us stuff to go in those.
So make plans again, when and where?
It's going to be May the 28th from 1 to 3 in the Health and Human Services parking lot. You're just going to drive through. You don't have to get out of your car. And there will also be everybody else's second favorite part of Celebration Life, some door prizes that are just kind of randomly given to people that are coming through. So we've got that going too.
Okay, thank you. Now I have Jenny Brown, who's the Adult Home Specialist Social Worker. And part of Older Americans Month, they've offered some suggestions for how to, I guess, support each other. Jenny, how can we celebrate Older Americans Month?
A really good way to celebrate Older Americans Month is just to take some time and sit down with the older Americans, or even Americans your own age, but especially older Americans, and let them share their stories. They've got great stories. A lot of them have seen the world go from, corded phones on the wall to, phones in your pocket, phones in your ear. So the older Americans have a wealth of experience and information, and it's just really good to talk to them and get those stories.
Okay.
Living libraries.
They really are, and it's fascinating to think about and to hear history firsthand.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think sometimes we forget about the resource we have by talking to our grandparents or our older neighbors.
Yeah, they can be a lot more interesting than a YouTube video.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. So, another thing you can do is you can learn a new skill. Learning skills helps you overcome challenges. Something you've never done, you have to just start with beginner's mind. So that's also a great way to connect with the others.
And not only can older Americans teach some of us younger Americans things, but we can in turn teach them things.
Exactly. The younger people have so much to teach. We all do.
So it's a great way. So if an older American wants to learn technology, reach out to a younger. But there are some skills that those older Americans have that we have lost.
You're exactly right. Absolutely.
Okay. Now I'm joined by April Wiles-Williamson, who is with the Adult Protective Services. April, tell us a little bit about how your unit connects with the community.
How we connect with the community is when we feel that the adult needs services, we do referrals. And the last referral that I can remember us doing was through Foothills. We got a client's back deck rebuilt so she wouldn't continue to fall. So we've done that. We've also set up with the Senior Center, especially for Medicare questions. They're our go-to. We help with Yokefella as far as sending clients food from Yokefella. We go there. We also work with the mental health as far as like supportive solutions. We get that in the home for them, and anything that we can keep an elderly person or anybody 18 and over in their home. That's what we like to do.
And I'm just going to speak for most people. They want to be in their home, so that role is very important.
Yes. There are some people that want assistance with placement, and we do that as well. But for majority of them, they want to be at home, and that's where we want them to keep. So we try to help with the community, reach out to the community supports, and get the services in their home that they would like to have, and that's how we help out.
April, thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for helping keep older adults safe in their homes.
Oh, you're welcome, and that's what we want to do.
Now I have Sheree Taylor with me, and she works with Guardianship. Sheree, tell us a little bit about what that means.
That means if we have an adult in the community that's declared a legal incompetent adult, and they may not have friends or family members that are able to fill the role as guardian, then Caldwell County Department of Social Services is appointed as their guardian, and so as such, we help to make sure they have proper housing, medical care, just that all their needs are met. And
during COVID, you've seen a lot of how the facilities have worked with older adults, right?
Yes.
How has that worked?
We've had some facilities get very creative. They've done things like drive-by parades where they will take the family member that resides there outside, and families and friends can drive by, say hello, wave, and they'll do a whole parade. A lot of them have been doing video calls. There is one facility that has a very mobile population, and they're used to going out to buy their own snacks, treats, things like that. So the facility sort of made their own store within a room at the facility and stocked it with all the residents' favorites that they could come and shop in. So there's been different newsletters. A lot of the places that didn't do newsletters started doing those to keep family and residents connected. So we've definitely seen the facilities come up with different ways to keep their residents active and in touch with the community.
And now we're to a point, a lot of the facilities are opening back up a little bit, right?
Yes, they are open to, and to what degree kind of varies based on the facility, based on the residents that are there, their health needs. If there still has been any recent COVID cases, that changes things. But yes, facilities are open for visitation. Just how that's being done at each facility can be different, so we recommend people calling ahead to see what that is.
All right. Thank you, Sheree. I really appreciate you talking to me today.
Thank you.
Felicia, we've talked with a lot of your coworkers about Older Americans Month. Again, tell us how you're going to celebrate.
So this year, Friday, May the 28th, from 1 to 3, we'll have a drive-by, quote-unquote, health fair where people can just stay in their cars, come by. We're going to have all kinds of resources stuffed in a bag, plus the free goodies that everybody loves. So we're looking forward to it. We're also going to have door prizes randomly here and there, just like if you've ever been to Celebration of Life. Everybody loves the door prizes. So we will still have some of the stuff that we're used to. So we're excited to see everybody. Hopefully people come out and join us.
And April, where is it going to be, and kind of how's it going to work logistically?
So we are going to be doing this in the parking lot of the Health and Human Services building. And since I am the senior center person and Felicia is the DSS person, she might have a little bit more on logistics. But they're going to be driving through. You won't have to get out of your car. It'll be, very safe and easy for people to get to. And she might have a little bit more on that, but we do hope everybody comes out and joins us.
I may have a little more on that. I may not.
That's okay. So they're basically going to drive through and pick up a bag.
Right, and as far as I know, unless something changes, we're thinking of doing it on the front side of the building, in the farther part of the parking lot. So it'll kind of be away from the normal traffic that we have. So there's room to just come in, drive by, and loop around and go right back out.
And for those who don't know, this is something I've learned over the last year. The front side of the building is the side with the flags. Yes. Which may seem weird to some of you because it's not necessarily the side you approach first, but for most people. So it is the side with the flags. That's the easy way to find it.
Yes, very good.
Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing for our seniors. And thank you for organizing the fair. We really appreciate that. And I hope people will come out. And thank you for watching Caldwell County Today.